What's going on, YouTube? Today I'm here to buy my final, final car for my collection. I have the C6ZR1. That story's gonna come on here soon about where that car has been. I have my 14 Shelby GT500, so Chevy's supercar for the generation. I know there's a C7. I also have Ford supercar with a manual. C6ZR1 has the manual supercharged V8. Same thing with the Ford GT500, the Shelby supercharged V8. And what other car do I need in the America's brand is Dodge. I've kind of went back and forth. Do I want a Demon to keep? Not a manual. Do I want a Hellcat, a Red Eye, and a manual to keep? I don't want a Challenger. I want more of the sports style car. Ford doesn't have the sports style car. All they have is the Ford GT, and I don't want to spend 400 grand on a Ford GT. I really don't think they're cool, but they're not 400 grand cool. So for Dodge, what am I buying? I'm buying a Viper. As I always do, I made a post saying, hey, looking for a Viper, looking for purple, black, red, and really any color choice I'm open to, obviously for the right price. The car I'm looking for, I'm going to get, I'm not getting a good deal on it by any means, and I said the same thing about my C6ZR1 when I bought it. My GT500 actually, it's the only car I got a good deal on during COVID, and the C6ZR1, I don't think I got a great deal on it. And same thing goes for this Viper. Not getting a great deal on it, but when you want something it's worth paying extra for. This car is very special that I'm going to look at today in Jacksonville, Florida. It's a one owner 2013 Viper. So the guy bought it brand new off the showroom floor. He's had it for the past, 10 years. He's had it for about 10 years now, and I don't know why it took so long to do that math, 13 to 23. But he finally, was willing to let it go. It wasn't listed anywhere, so I made a post on the Facebook Viper forums, hey, looking for a Viper, anyone selling one? And he didn't post it in the comments. He just messaged me. He's like, hey, may consider selling this one. Obviously crazy figure number he wanted for it, and it was one of my favorite specs that I seen online that I could find, relatively quick. By being impulsive, yeah, but the nice cars aren't going to last long, and that's why I tell a lot of people, buy stuff that's here now, that's clean, because in 5-10 years the cars are going to be like trashed out. There's not going to be any more nice ones out there. So that being said, this is my spec Viper that I would want, and we're gonna go check it out today. All right, guys, next day here in Jacksonville, Florida. I'm walking out of my hotel right now, and I have something to tell you guys. And this is the first time this has ever happened to me. So I went and looked at the car. The car was beautiful. You guys had saw it just now, and I didn't get cold feet. I love the look of the Viper. I love the look of the aggressiveness, the sound of it, everything about it's so unique. But this is the first time I've ever flew out to buy a car and didn't buy it. It wasn't on the guy's end. We talked about a price, and we were on a price on it, and we were both completely good with it. But I came to the conclusion after driving it, for the money, I show you guys the good, the bad, the ugly. I'm not over here making every day seem like it's great. Some days I have good days, some days I have bad days, some days things work out, some days things don't work out. I flew across the country to buy a Viper and it didn't work out. And again, this is more on my end than anything, and he didn't care to sell it, so it wasn't like either of us really lost here. But I'll explain a little bit more here when we get to the airport on why I kind of didn't buy the car. Okay, the easiest way I can put this is the car didn't drive and worth for $100,000. So there's so many other cars I could see for $100,000 plus, and we're talking about ACRs or $200,000 to $300,000-$400,000 for a certain ACR. I couldn't find myself to love the car enough driving it wise to want to pay over, you know, $100,000 plus for it. So I made a post, as you guys seen a couple days ago, saying looking for a Viper, as I told you guys at the beginning of this video, and that would have been my spec. The only thing is it had billet silver stripes, which I would have just went and wrapped them black or got black PPF put on them and did my whole little blackout package. I just can't see myself spending that kind of money on a car that I didn't love, mainly driving it. You're buying a car to drive it, you're not buying a car just to look at it. A lot of cars I buy, obviously I have my 14 Shelby that sits in the garage. So I love looking at it, but I also love driving it. Like, it's a great driving car. I drove it all the way back from Houston, Texas. That being said, when I first turned in the Viper, wasn't a big fan of how the gear shifter was. It was very small. My foot was touching not only the clutch but the brake at the same time because it's very tight down there. It's a track car. I know a lot of people daily drive them, and those people got, you know, balls of steel, I'd say. But for me, it just wasn't it. And this is the first time I've ever went to fly out to buy a car and not bought it. And it was my fault. Not a bad thing, but unless you're happy, don't go and buy something. And I'm very humble with what I already have, so I'm not going to go and push myself to buy something I'm not going to be happy to drive. I would have loved looking at it in the garage. Like, I sat there for about 3 or 4 hours trying to talk and negotiate with him, trying to get it to make it work where it was worth me being happy with it, but it didn't work out for both of us. You know, he slept on it. I gave him a chance to sleep on my offer, and he told me, he said, hey man, you know, overall, I don't want to sell it anymore, which I respect that. You know, he didn't want to sell it originally, and I was happy either way. I called home to some of my family and I was like, hey, you know, this is a situation. I'm happy if I go home without it, and I'm happy if I go home with it, if you can accept my offer. And if you can't, no big deal, because I'm not truly in love with the car. I love how it looks. I love how it sounds. I don't love how it drives. That's just me. Besides that, guys, if you guys enjoyed this video, today is Tuesday. I don't know what date is Tuesday, but when you guys see this video, I'm dropping it today at the airport. I'm gonna edit the video. I'm gonna get it dropped to you guys. If you guys have any questions below, put them down below. Follow my Instagram. My Instagram is at Sinister Lifestyle. Follow my business page where I sell cars. If you're looking to buy and sell performance cars, 248-365-0306, Sinister Auto Sales. Besides that, guys, I'm out of here. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it.